It is more blessed to give than it is to receive, and God loves a cheerful giver. We are called upon to trust in God and create what we are inspired to share with the world without thoughts of return. This is the most tricky part for humanity, since we always tend to want to focus too much on the monetary gain or what we will get in return for what we do. But even a place like YouTube proves the mind of God in action in the creation of the platform, where it also is about what you create and share with the world freely, while trusting in yourself and what you do, that it is good enough the way it is. Ultimately, both ways of life, a service to God or some artistic work, will draw onto itself people over time to which you could get, but it was never about getting to begin with. You learn to create and leave something behind that lives on long after you're gone. I think that is the beauty of this attitude in life. And let's get right into the heart of the attitude of giving. The actor has to give of their talent if they want to become successful. The musician has to give of their talent of creating music and create their first album. The movie director has to give of their talent before they can be a filmmaker. The writer has to give of their talents in writing and actually finish a book. The real estate agent has to give of their talent in selling property. The lonely person has to give of their love if they want to magnify their relationships and attract better ones into their lives. The parent has to give of their love and knowledge to help raise the child. The teacher has to give of what they know to help the student. Are you getting the point? What would happen if any of these people were to say, "Well, I only give of my talent and skills if I first get paid, or if there is a contract that says I will get paid"? They would go nowhere in life. Of course, the more skilled we become, the easier it becomes to get paid beforehand, or to set up contracts guaranteeing your payment. But if we start out in life, no matter what the goal is, we shouldn't be worried over this. What you will discover is that the power to achieve whatsoever you want lies within yourself, if you but learn to give freely of what you desire to manifest in and as your life. Again, it is more blessed to give than it is to receive, but yet it is by giving you will ultimately receive. What I convey through this message is mind power, to which you can learn to give of your own talents and watch them magnify and grow in your own reality. Once this happens, you will see the salvation of God, the Spirit of life, rushing in to help you succeed. People with big dreams fail to act on them, for they are more worried over whether it can get them money, or if it can get them fame or a dozen other things. Their focus is aimed at getting all the time. Even you are guilty of this mistake, and so am I. We can reverse this tendency by clearly grasping that since life is a temporary experience, the real joy of living comes from what we actually do and give, because that has the ability to live on after we are gone. So what is the universe trying to give through you to the world? Can you see the difference in attitude? One is working with the limited resources of the physical world. The other one allows a free flow of creative ideas with and through you. The ideas of the universe are as vast as the sand on a beach. Try to count them all and you will still have only exhausted just so little of all there is across the globe or the entire galaxy. Let your mind expand beyond the stratosphere, because the stars is from where you originated. I have found from personal experience that there is an infinite amount of joy whenever I freely share and give of my own inspired ideas. Sometimes people might be shocked or surprised at how I spent my time. I am constantly creating or working on something new, and even though I might not always get paid for what I do directly, the activity in and of itself becomes a spiritual payment of joy and fun. What about you and your life? Have you been focusing on getting without the awareness that no matter what you get, you will have to let it go anyway? That is how most people operate. They forget entirely that their physical life is limited. We can obsess over getting as much money as we can, but one day you will move on and you leave the money behind. Where's the joy in that? Truly, there is none. However, there is joy in the activity of earning lots of money for the sheer joy of what you gave in return for the money. That is the right attitude of mind to have. So it's not so much that getting is wrong or having a lot of things is wrong. Our obsession over them, as if they are meant to make us happy, is wrong. We want to grasp that as long as we keep improving ourselves and our skills, we can automatically get more out of life. We can't stand still. Life has two roads. One takes you forwards to greater things. The other one takes you backwards into lesser things. There is no standing still. Change is inevitable, and it's our own choice where we are willing to grow and expand into the true stars that we were meant to be. Something else I've realized is that you have a unique pattern going on in your life, and if you recognize the pattern, you'll be able to turn it into something amazing. With this we mean, certain experiences of yours can be given to the world because of what it taught you. Basically, you can turn your whole existence into a service to humanity through many forms, and you learn to get paid for who you are. Let that one sink in. I know most people wouldn't say no to that lifestyle. Wouldn't you like that? Well, if you do, you should learn to give freely of who you are without thought of return, trusting that the very thing you are compelled to give is good in its own way, for it was the universe inspiring you to do the work. We learn to look to God, the universe, the spirit of life for guidance and inspiration on what to do, and it will never fail. It can never fail, for its resources are infinite. Whereas if we look at mankind and circumstances, we might get totally chaotic and confused on how to improve. Looking at circumstances as they are is focusing on what you have gotten in the past, for time ticks on. So in essence, everything you see lies in the past. Looking to God in its infinity causes you to focus on what you can give. For many years I've been producing music. Always I was wondering, will I get fans? Will I make money? It was the wrong frame of mind. In spite of this attitude, I kept making music and improving my skills. That part I did right. It was not until I stopped worrying over fans or money that I now found the power to freely share my work with the world without thought of return. For the joy of creating and giving is a payment that money can never provide. It is a joy of the soul. What pure joy lies in store for you cannot be described in words. For once you connect with your true purpose in life, everything finally makes sense. Your whole existence makes sense, and you will steadily outgrow all the negatives that held you back for so long. So open your heart and look upwards towards the light, for even the sun freely gives. What about you? Are you ready to become a go-giver and prove this power in your own life with your own ambitions? Then I know you will become very successful, no doubt about it. Reverse your focus. Instead of being obsessed with getting, become obsessed with what you can give, and do it to the best of your abilities, and never stop improving on your skills, and then watch what happens. As always, dear viewer, never forget that we are the dreamers.